I think this is probably the most exciting time to create software in recent memory. I mean, the explosion of generative AI, these large language models have made it super easy to get started. For a while, we were just building with traditional code, which is hard, right? You need to spend a lot of time learning, or you're a trained software engineer. And then no code entered the picture, well, I guess with us maybe 13 years ago, but it kind of exploded in popularity in the 2010s. And that gave an alternative approach to building software, much more human, much more visual, but didn't have the same power, let's say, as traditional code. And in the past 2 years, right, we've seen vibe coding, generative AI kind of take a lot of the problems with coding, mainly kind of how you get started for people that are non-technical, and completely remove that problem. The flip side, though, is what happens when you go into production, right? You want to scale this app that you've built really quickly, maybe over a weekend with a tool like Bolt or Lovable. What happens when you actually want to put that out in front of people? And let's take a look at a few case studies. So the first is Leo. I don't know if any of you follow him on Twitter, but he's kind of a build in public guy, great guy. Was really excited to launch an app with Cursor that he built super fast. And yeah, I mean, saw traction kind of immediately. But then a few days later, fell under attack, right? He had put this app out there, but very quickly people were getting on there, hacking it, messing around with API keys and all these things. And the problem was Leo didn't understand, no fault of his own, right? Didn't understand actually what was being created. And so it made it really easy for other people to jump in and mess around with it without him actually knowing why that was the case. We have another one with KP. Again, really quickly built a pretty cool marketplace for agencies. Was also sharing kind of how he was building in public as well. But similar situation happened where almost immediately after launch, someone hacked in and started deleting database records. And thankfully, had a lot of software developer friends, was able to recover, make some of those tweaks. But if this had been a more complex application, if he didn't have those software engineering friends, would have been totally dead in the water. And so this is kind of where Bubble enters the picture as an AI visual development program, is that AI has been helping people build really quickly for, let's say, the past 2 years. We've been helping people build and scale apps for the past 13. And I think the major component to that success, not just the platform aspect where things are kind of baked into one, it's really the fact that someone can come in and create and understand what they are building. That's kind of what we're going to focus on here, is that ability to control and understand what you're building as the key to scaling securely once you go into production. So Bubble's pretty popular in the UK. Hopefully, some people in this room have heard of us. It's the third most popular, UK is the third most popular kind of region for Bubble. Crazy amount of views here and a bunch of UK-based agencies. So thank you to our agencies who are here in the crowd and at this conference. And want to talk about a few case studies of not just someone who's built something on Bubble, but some people who have taken things to the next level and actually scaled those products. So the first is David. I don't know if you've heard of FormulaBot, but it's a really cool app where you can go in and kind of describe the Excel function that you want to write, and it generates it for you. Writing functions in Excel is kind of hard and annoying. Was able to kind of provide a product that solved this issue, and was able to do it in a weekend. But it didn't stop there, right? He was able to grow it to 1 million users just himself, which is insane, right? That's the type of traction and growth that I think any creator wants to see. The other is Floor Authority. This is more of an enterprise SMB use case. So was able to build a custom ERP on Bubble for his business that boosted productivity, saved a lot of money over existing tools that were in the marketplace as a part of a business that is generating significant revenue. So calling out that these are two examples of not just getting started really quickly with the help of visual development, but actually being able to scale. But, right, where we're at in the market right now, AI is table stakes. Yeah, think about most tasks that you do. I think everyone has started to incorporate AI into their workflows, and software development is no different. So there's kind of this inflection point, right, where AI is helping everyone work faster, and software is no different. So to really create value these days, you need a combination of generative AI and visual development, which is that piece that allows any creator to actually understand what they're building. Again, as the key to being able to put something out in the market that can actually scale. Because if you don't understand kind of what you're developing, then we run into those problems that we just talked about. And we see actually a lot of these tools understanding that, right? A lot of these vibe coding tools understanding that visual development is a key component to actually creating valuable software. And so Lovable, for example, is introducing a visual editor where you can kind of make design tweaks in their tool and not always prompting with code. Still fairly limited in that there's no way to adjust logic and data visually, but still, they're catching on to the fact that visual development, it needs to be a component of software development if you're going to open up the market to non-software engineers. But it's not lost on us that we need to catch up on the AI front. And so when we think about Bubble and AI, we think that honestly, it's that combination of visual development and AI that is the future of software development. And so we have a platform that scales. We have a platform where that human control, that human understanding element is already baked in. And we have a proven platform, right, of scale. But the big piece that's missing, and what we're really excited to announce, is how we think AI is going to supercharge what people are already doing in Bubble. So I'm going to share a few, a little bit of our roadmap looking forward. So right now you can generate fully functional full stack applications using AI, which is pretty exciting. That's out and being used by thousands of users already. Next up, we hope to allow users with just simple prompts to modify and create new data structures within their app and accompanying dummy data for testing. After that, AI mobile app generation. We're going to get into that in a second, but the ability to create not just a fully functional web app, but a fully functional mobile app that you can get into the app stores using AI. And lastly, iterative editing, right? That user experience that we see from a lot of these really cool vibe coding tools, bringing that natively into Bubble. So you have that combination of natural language prompting to make edits, and then also that ability to tweak it directly yourself. So this is an example of where we think we can go in terms of generating functional UI. So with a quick prompt, we're able to describe the type of feature we want. In this case, we want to add a filter to our list for our job board. And so the AI having the full context of the Bubble application, it can generate and suggest two different types of filters, for example, that fit seamlessly into the existing UI, giving you that optionality of different directions, but then also, again, allowing you to make those granular tweaks as you see fit. On the data generation side, this is an example of, with a simple prompt, wanting to make some adjustments to an existing database and also get some dummy data in there. And within a few moments, we have a full new table with all the different fields that we asked for without having to do any of that manually itself. All right, there we go. And another, I think, really important piece that doesn't get talked about too much in terms of building software is the debugging process. I think for people who build, you probably spend more time debugging than you do actually building. And this is an exciting piece, too, of what we think a visual development platform offers is, and especially on Bubble, is the ability to point out exactly where that issue lives, offer suggestions, and help you actually make those tweaks, rather than a vibe coding tool which will point out, hey, this line of code is wrong. And we're going to make a suggestion for a new line of code that you, again, have no idea how that might interact with the rest of your app. So rather than getting into these cycles of we fix one line of code which causes another bug, which causes another bug, we're pointing out exactly in the app itself what the issue is and allowing you to make that fix. So like I mentioned, the ability to generate bubble apps with AI is live. If you go to bubble.io/AI-features, you'll be able to get started completely for free generating a bubble app. Encourage all of you to give it a try and let us know how it goes. This is just the starting point, but I think it gives everyone a good example of what a starting point looks like and what's possible when you combine AI and visual development. And lastly, we mentioned mobile apps. We are launching our mobile app builder to the public on June 10th. We're really excited about this launch. It's been a year and a half in development. We've had hundreds of apps built, thousands of users putting it through its paces over the past 6 months, and excited to get it out to everyone. Thank you.